Oh my God, I'm nervous. Today is the day that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. Today we are going to be making Claire Saffitz's New York Times viral, best-selling, oh my God, in her cookbook also I think, croissants that take like a day, and we're going to absolutely crush them, and I can't wait. And thank you so much, Claire Saffitz and the New York Times, for providing the recipe. I truly, truly, truly can't wait. Let's dive in. Also, because it's Claire and she is a real life big time baker, I'm going to be measuring with my scale. Thank you. Also, for this recipe, I got lots of tools. I got a pizza wheel, which I know it's weird to think I don't already have a pizza wheel because I eat so much pizza. I got a ruler, which I don't want to hear about me not having a ruler. Do you have a ruler? I'm not in grade school anymore. Did you know that rulers cost $6? I thought I was gonna get like a 19-cent ruler. This one was $2.50 because when she rang up the $6 one, I was like, well, that can't be right. So I got the unshatterproof ruler. So let's hope this doesn't explode in my hands while we're going. So we're gonna start out with some high protein flour. So that is bread flour, and that just means that there is more structure to this flour, which is gonna give you something chewier. Cake flour has a really low protein, which makes that really nice, light, airy crumb. And bread flour has a higher protein, which means that you're gonna get something a lot chewier, like, you know, some sourdough or pizza crust or whatever. After my pierogi video, you guys were so nice and you were like, you can just press tear to even everything out again. You don't have to do all the math in your head. We need 605 grams of bread flour. Now we are going to go in with our 66 grams of sugar. 66. Oh my God, you guys. Tearing out the scale really makes everything so much easier. Okay, great. Now we need 12 grams of salt. 11, 12. Every single time that I weigh stuff out, I feel so much better about the end product. This is our active dry yeast. Oh my gosh, and another thing that happened that was awesome. You need European style butter for croissants, which just means that there's about 2% more butter fat in here. And Plus Gras is a really great brand. This is what we used to use at Milk Bar. They used to get boxes and boxes and boxes shipped every day. And it was on sale for $3 a block at Pavilions, and I was overwhelmed with joy. Okay, so now that this has had a chance to mix and mingle to the jingle and beat, we are going to add our room temperature milk and our room temperature water. Okay, create a well in the center and pour in the water and mix. So this is going to knead for the next 5 minutes, and then we're gonna let it rest under a damp towel for 10 more. Then we're gonna add our butter. We let it rest so that the flour can hydrate and our gluten can start to relax. So we are going to remove our damp towel from our little mixing bowl and add in our chilled cut up butter all at once. Mix it together again for like 10 minutes and see where we're at. We're gonna add our butter. Yeah, get in there. Okay, so this has been going for about 10 minutes. We're gonna see if it's sticky at all. Ooh, which it should not be. Oh my God, look at how beautifully that butter incorporated. It's not sticking to my hands at all. So this is called the dom chom. To anybody who speaks French, sorry about that. We're gonna form this dough into a ball on a lightly floured surface, which I have right here, because we're gonna need a steam, and we need the seam side to be down. Kind of using the friction of the surface as well. We take a knife and we slash this perpendicularly. It is not called a dom trompe, it's called a dent de trompe. Our de trompe, our dough for the croissants is going to sit at room temperature for about 45 minutes to an hour, until it 1.5 times the size. We will know when that happens because it's gonna start to look like a square. because the reason we cut those nice big deep gashes into our détrempe is because, why is it? Oh, it'll help the gluten naturally start to form into a bit of a square shape, which is what we want. It's gonna sit out for a bit. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Then we're gonna throw it in the fridge for a long time. So, okay, so it's been about an hour, and here is our dumped chomped. Oh, why is this open? So see how it's like opening up really beautifully and it's already kind of starting to look like a square? So that's what we're super excited about. We are now going to throw it into the fridge for 4 hours to 12 hours. I'm gonna probably take it out around 5. Okay, it is now time that we make the butter block. It's been 2 hours that our dough's been in the fridge and she's getting big. Sure. So far we've got, okay, 169. Calm down. Oh my God, did I ever tell you guys this? The silverware that I use, do not look at my nails. The silverware that I use is the same silverware that my mom and my dad used on their wedding day, which I think is really cute. 342. Okay, we're gonna make this butter block, and by we're going to, I mean I'm going to, because this is gonna be frustrating for me and you just get to watch. Spindrift, thank you for sponsoring. I'm lying, they haven't yet. She says you can sort of just try to get it into like a rough, doesn't have to be like great parcel. Christy? Are you like in a meeting or anything? Okay, I'm just gonna do this for like a minute or two. Sorry. I don't know if this is like allowed. I don't know if some like French person is gonna come yell at me. Okay, I think that's all I'm comfortable with doing. Let's see, are we at about a 1/2 inch? Oh, okay, hell yeah. Look at me go. And, oh, here. So this is, it needs to be exactly 8 inches by 8 inches. Am I sure why? Of course not. Here's the thing, I'm excited. Oh wait, what do I do? So this is 8, great. Can you see this right angle? Hell yeah. Okay, now this is an 8 inches we can get behind. I know you know what I'm gonna say, and what I'm gonna say is that I'm crushing it. Look at this square piece of parchment. My butter's getting warm. So now we like actually roll instead of just smashing. We have our butter block. It is pliable, but it is not breaking. Oh no. Also, just to like put into perspective, I don't know if I've like been clear about how involved this process is, and that is why I'm so excited about it. I'm not saying that as a deterrent, I'm saying that as like a fun challenge. So we just finished step number 4 out of 24. So we're 1/6 of the way through and crushing it. Now, 18 hours before serving, we're gonna have to do that math together in a second. Remove the dough from the refrigerator, uncover and transfer to a clean work surface. Okay, 18 hours. Okay, let's say I wanna eat these at 1 p.m. tomorrow because we started at like 1 p.m. today. So 1 p.m. to 12 to 11. 9 p.m. tonight, 8 p.m. tonight, 7 p.m. tonight. I'll see you in but a moment. I will see my dough in a couple of hours. Hello. Oh, she smells like dough. Gorgeous. Now we start to smash it down with our hand to kind of degas it. But do you see how it's sort of staying in a square because we put those slashes into it? I'll tell you what, I don't love plastic wrap. It's like a kitchen item I'm not fatal for. She says use plastic, we're gonna use plastic. Now she wants us to have this be about 8 inches by 8 inches as well. And she says to just kind of go with the tension of the plastic. Claire wants us to put this into the freezer for about 20 minutes so that this can get to be the same consistency as our butter, although it's different mediums. On step 8 of 24. Okay, butter block comes out. And so while this is very much not the same as pie dough, it is similar. You want to work quick and you don't want things to get warm. And we're gonna save this plastic because we can use it again. Oh my God, my mom's gonna be so proud of me. What we want to do now is get our dough to about 16 inches long, but still 8 inches wide. And the whole time we're working, we're gonna just make sure it's staying nice and released on the bottom. I'm gonna keep squishing it together just so it keeps our proper shape, okay? Now, we place our butter block right in the center. Okay. Would have liked it to be a little closer, but that's all right. Okay. I feel like, let me do a little of this, a little of this. That can't be right, but we're gonna try our best. Okay. That I'm happier with. So we're sort of pinching all this together so that there is no butter exposed. So I am having a little bit of exposed butter, which I'm not fully loving, if I'm being honest with you. We're squishing. Okay, now I know I move it that way, but why? Now we try to make this 24 inches long. We're basically trying to triple the length of this guy. We're just sort of pushing out. So what we're doing is we are squishing together. There's probably some cool French word for it, but we're pushing together our dough, our dishon, and our butter block. So we're only at about 12 inches in length right now, but we don't want to squish our butter out. So we're just lightly pushing, lightly pulling towards us. And you can see that my width isn't really changing, which is great because we just want that length to be different. Are we at about 24 inches? Nope. See, we are so much further than when we started, which is very important to remember for croissant making or for life. Okay? You're doing good. About here. Ew. Also, Claire says that if you see some little air bubbles, you can just pop them. They're normal and that's okay. Okay, well, I think this is just about as far as I can go. So I think that that's simply gonna have to be enough. Oh yeah, we get to use our pizza cutter. Okay, so now we do halfway down to halfway up. And now we fold the entire slab in half. Okay, so this is called the book. So now we have our book, which is 4 times the lamination. And they say if it's over 1.5 inches, which I believe that this is, oh, not too bad, to roll it in the plastic wrap. So, oh, this got wet. Dang it. It's hour 8. The sun's going down. We don't have much time. I think we gotta get back into it. This is going to be our simple turn and our second turn. It's also been called the letter fold because you fold it like a letter. So Claire says that this should be pretty relaxed by now, which would make one of us. Here's some of these air bubbles that Claire talked about. And she said you can just kind of poke those out. So I'm sort of just like manipulating my rolling pin to try to make this have straighter ends so that we're not dealing with anything too oblong. We definitely, oh my God, do you guys remember that show, The Oblongs? We're trying to get something that's not too oblong. Hers was definitely wider, so I'm just going a little bit on the sides. Okay, are we 3/8 of an inch? Okay, a little less. 3/8. 3/8. Oh no, this is the third one, okay. Okay. This one's wet too, son of a bitch. Okay, and she sort of like presses this in and then does this. So she sort of does this like plastic motion again, where she's rolling it out a bit in the plastic. We do another 15 minutes in the freezer and an hour in the fridge. Wow, I can't wait to have 8 croissants. Isn't that hilarious, dude? Like, I'm living for this. I know I'm like fake complaining and stuff. I'm so excited to have 8 croissants that I made from fucking flour, butter, and salt, you know? And then there's some people who are like, never in a billion years would I ever make a croissant. But that's the same person who's gonna like build an app that like merges all health insurances. I don't know. And that's something that I would never in a million years do. And I'd just be like, hope someone figures it out. People are great. All right, babes, it is nearing my bedtime, which is 9:30, and it's time we take this bad boy out for his last and final rollout pre-shape before we let her rest for the whole night. I'm not going to be able to get this to the 14-inch by 17-inch square that she recommends, but I'm gonna do my best to get close. Oh no, she's warming up. And just like in the video, if you guys watch her video, she says the dough sort of starts to resist her eventually, and that's what I'm feeling right now. No! Oh, I can feel it starting to melt. Okay. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna let happen. That's all that's happening today. No way am I gonna let this all be for naught. Okay, wrapping up one more time. Yay. It was terrifying. End of part 1. I'm just kidding. I would never make you sit through 2 parts of a video, even though I'm sure I have before. I'll see you guys tomorrow. That's gonna be in the freezer for 20 minutes, then go into the fridge for overnight, and I will see you tomorrow, which I just said. Bonjour. Is it too on the nose? It just might be. I think if anybody were gonna place bets, we all knew I was gonna wear the beret and a polka dot black dress. We are heating up a skillet of water to a simmer. You guys, listen, I know, we're doing our best. What we're gonna do with that skillet of water is put it on the bottom of our oven floor and have that create this ideal proofing environment for our croissants. Here's the order of operation, the PEMDAS of it all. I'm gonna take this skillet of water and put it in the bottom of my oven in just a minute. Right after I'm done with that, I'm gonna get my dough out and we're gonna let that sit for a couple minutes. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done this before. Okay. We need to get this to our 14 by 17, and then we're gonna trim off the unsightly edges so that we have a 14 by 16 rectangle. Okay, my hands are gonna be pretty full, so I don't know if I'm gonna have a ton of time to look at the directions, so I think we're just gonna have to do our best, which always works out. I'm not gonna be afraid to turn this perpendicular to make sure we're getting those measurements that we want. We're at like 12 by 13 right now, which is not ideal. Okay, I think this is like as good as we're gonna get. So that's about 14. Okay, so we're at about 14 by 17. Okay, we're gonna slice this. We have a ruler, so let's do it with a ruler, right? Do that, okay. Is this a perfect square? Of course not. Or a perfect rectangle even? Not at all. Okay, we just need to go is what's gonna happen. And we're gonna do 1. So now we're gonna slice across. Sure would like this to stay in place, right? Slicing across. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. And one more slice across. Okay, cool. We slice these into triangles. Okay, great. She does like this. She does a tug and a kind of pull and a bop. Again, she does a tug and a pull. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. We're gonna see if these proof properly. I've tried to kind of take a peek and see what the vibe is, but I was too scared to mess anything up. So we're basically gonna be seeing these for the first time. A la together. Fuck yeah, okay. Well, okay, so we have some winners in each batch. Do you guys see all of the little layers in there? Carefully, 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 carefully. Now some of mine are a little slanty, and that's fine. Lifting, 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 lifted. Okay, look how beautiful this is. Okay, now nobody move too quickly. Our oven is preheating to 375 degrees. We're gonna make our egg wash. It's just an egg yolk and heavy cream. Because you can do an egg wash with anything. You can do it with a whole egg and milk. You can do it with just egg white. You can do it with egg and water. You can do it with an egg yolk and water. So she says we wanna do it with yolk and cream because this will give you the best crust and also the best shine. Okay, we're taking them out of the fridge. We're egg washing them. We're putting them in our 375 degree oven. Yeah, good, how are you? Oh, nothing much. Just like making croissants and like them coming out perfect. You saw them, but let's see them again. Okay, so this is my first attempt. So some of them are a little interesting, but this is a perfect croissant. Ha. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. Oh, look, my living God. We're gonna save that one so that I can frame it. Here's the most messed up one. Still like pretty gorgeous, but it's sort of just like plopped over, which like we stan a queen who wants to rest. Okay, so we're not seeing much of a swirl, but we are seeing lots of layers. Oh, look at that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go. Holy shit. Here's the thing, if I'm being honest, yeah, it's probably the best thing I've ever made. I mean, come on. Do you hear that? I'll put a picture of the perfect cross section right there. And I'm gonna put a picture of the absolutely perfect sandwich that I make with it right there. Come on. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this literal, oh my God. Oh my God. 24-hour, day-long extravaganza. Thank you to Claire Saffitz for just being an overall, I mean, wonderful baker, inspiring woman, strong businesswoman, but really just like a bad bitch. Absolutely crushed it. I cannot believe I just made these. I hope you guys have a absolutely fantastic day. Please make sure that you like this video, comment on it, and share it with somebody who you think might like it, who might want to make croissants with you one day. And check out my Patreon. We have so much fun on there. I actually teach a baking masterclass, and I think you'd love it. So, au revoir, farewell, I love you so much.